Okay, let's talk about NEYO. NEYO. This is a very interesting story. There was a lot of people talking about NEYO, a lot of people speculating about his relationship status and whatnot. And the reason why is because there was a clip that came out. I think TMZ caught it. He was walking with like 3 women. And I think he says something along the lines of like, yo, these are my girlfriends, or we're all dating and stuff like that. And he recently did like a social media post. This is the thing that I don't get. People say, oh, I don't care what people have to say. But then they make posts specifically for the people that they don't care about what they have to say. Anyway, he made a post formally announcing his 4 girlfriends. And then after that, he went on like a whole media tour talking about his 4 girlfriends and talking about their relationship and everything like that. And I think it's just interesting, some of the things that he said during some of the interviews. And I want to play some of the clips from the interviews. Now, this is the first clip that I want to play. This is from Big Boy from Real 92.3. Let me just press play.
Dude is a genius. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, like
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, NEYO, 3 girlfriends?
4.
4?
Yes.
Wait, you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he just updated that.
Oh, really though? Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Wikipedia and change it.
Yeah. All right,
like,
yeah, because I was wondering, I was like 3. I was like, man, that's an odd number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had to,
How does one? I don't think I've had 4 girlfriends in my life. You saw what I looked like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, like, it's not hard to believe. Pull up some old pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy.
What 4 girlfriends? And you know what I love about this, man? We're talking about it, so it's obvious they all know about each other, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Dang, Veja. I appreciate you. Good night. Have a blessed night. Thank you. We love you, Veja. Chat loves you, Veja. I don't know what else I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say.
That's the beautiful part of it. You know what, man?
What's the freedom in that?
I wasted so much time and money and just lying for nothing. Like if I really and truly,
wow.
If I'd have known, like I of course you hear all the time, honesty is the best policy. And you go, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell this lie and keep this secret. But I realize now that if I'd have just been honest from the jump, I could have saved myself a whole bunch of headache, heartache, and everything else. Because it's like you once you draw your line in the sand, you go, listen, this is what it is. This is what it's not.
So he said he wasted so much time lying and being dishonest, which ultimately contributed to his divorce, right? He was lying. This is his words. He was lying. He was being dishonest. And that led to strife in his marriage, led to his divorce. Now, he's come to the realization that he can just satisfy himself completely and be open and transparent about that. And that is the better path and the better course for his life personally, which is crazy. And it's just like, dog, I'm not trying to be overly judgmental, but whatever. Sometimes it is what it is. Like, if it's not one sin, it's another one. You know what I'm saying? If it's not one, it's the other one. If you're not being controlled by the lies and the secret life that you have to live and the lust that is overcoming you, then you just completely throw up your hands and say, you know what? I'm just going to completely give in to my flesh and just let it take control and just let it lead me. Like, that's essentially what you're saying. That's essentially what you're saying. Instead of addressing the problem, and let's just put NEYO aside and let's just speak for ourselves, right? Instead of addressing the root of the problem, which is that sin that is present in your life, which is the posture of your heart, instead of addressing that problem, you essentially said, you know what? I just became okay with the sin in my life. And I'm just okay being a slave to my sin. And I'm just going to give in to the lust. And I'm not going to try to contain the lust anymore. I'm not going to try to put a cap on it anymore. I'm just going to let it lead me and control me. And wherever it takes me is wherever it takes me. It's just crazy. It's wild. Hold on. Let me go to where we at? 40 minutes and 58 seconds. Let me go to a different browser because YouTube doesn't like this for some reason. Let me change to Chrome. 4058. History. That is not my history. What is going on? Oh, because y'all made me watch that Odell Beckham and Justin Bieber video. Okay, here we go.
Not
Right.
and let her make the choice. You'll find the ones that rock the way you rock.
Do y'all live together, Neil?
Not exactly. I mean, they don't live far from me. You know, I keep them very close. But again, when I go home, when I get free time, again, I have 7 children. You know what I mean? So they'll come by, but for the most part, it's me and the kids.
I heard that.
This is a thing that bothered me. And this is why I said, y'all gonna say I'm being judgmental. Y'all gonna say I'm gossiping. Y'all gonna say all this type of stuff. But this is just the thing that bothered me. And I think it just speaks to a bigger point of like, we can become so wrapped up in our flesh that we become blind to our sin. This is the thing that bothered me. He has 7 children, right? Has 7 children. And something that he says over and over is that the time that he spends with his children is very important to him, which I respect. It should be. Those are your children. Like, you need to pour into your children. You need to disciple your children. You need to lead them in the right direction, right? But here's the thing. You chose to have 4 girlfriends. You chose to have 4 girlfriends. So that's 7 children, right? Plus 4. So what's 7 plus 4? Let's do some simple math. 8, 9, 10, 11. Those are 11 people in your life. Now, obviously, the children are going to be the priority in this situation, but those are 11 total people who are demanding of your time, energy, your love, and your affection. Obviously, your children are going to be the priority, but you still chose to have 4 girlfriends that are ultimately taking from that time that you have. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you only get so much time. Time is not unlimited here on earth. We just spoke about that. Time is finite. You can't get that last second back that you just experienced. It's finite. So it's like you're choosing to have 4 girlfriends. You already have 7 kids. Like, just pour into your children. Pour into your children. And I'm not saying that he's not doing that, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I've made perfect decisions in my life. I have not made perfect decisions in my life. But in the mistakes that I've made, especially when it comes to relationships, and the mistakes that I've made, it's only made me even more aware of why it's so important to do things the way that God intended for them to be done. Get married. Cling to your wife. Cling to your husband. The two will become one flesh. The two will become one flesh. And raise your family together. Like, I don't know. I know you just want me to press play. I'll just press play and I'll be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
How does this and not that I want to, not that I want to experience this, but
Something in your eye, bro.
yeah, I'm crying. How does this happen? How do you do this?
So it started with there's one that's been around a little longer than everybody else.
And how long has that been?
A few years.
Okay.
A few years. And I just basically decided after my divorce, I decided, you know what, I ain't lying to nobody no more. I hurt a lot of people with just being dishonest about things that I could have been honest about.
Right.
So I'm not doing that no more. So the one that was around, she already knew that there was others, but it was never a situation where we were all together. So I just one day said, all right, listen, we're going to dinner, and I'm gonna introduce you to her, and we're gonna see what happens. And by the grace of God, everybody got along. See, when you start,
These dudes say by the grace of God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This dude said by the grace of God. I'm glad Big Boy called that out. I wish he would be more. I wish Big Boy would be on this energy even more. I wish he would be on this type of time even more. I wish he would. Because he sussed it out. He already knew, like, bruh, why are we trying to bring God into this equation? This is no place for that. Yes, you need God. You need God. But he ain't approving this. This is not what it says. You know what I'm saying? I can't find it in the scriptures. I can't find it. I can't.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Because
See how God works?
I could have been way left. You know what I mean? It could have been real bad.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Be like, man, you hear what happened to NEYO at dinner last night?
Yeah.
Like I gotta go get an airbrush t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
The whole restaurant burned down.
Yeah.
But no, they got along, and again, and I feel like it's because I led with honesty.
Right,
I led,
yeah.
Listen, I like you, but I also like her, and I also like her. So here's what I want to do. I want to bring this whole thing together. If you with it, cool. If you're not, that's cool too.
Right.
No love lost. I recall in older relationships, where I messed up, got caught or whatever, and the girl said to me, you took my choice away. You took my option away. And I never understood what that meant, because it's like, why would any woman choose to share? But to be honest, like when you lead with the option,
Right,
like, listen,
yeah.
this is not, I'm not forcing you to do anything.
Right.
I'm not misleading you or trying to, it's nothing like that.
No
It's
one's
all
lied
honest,
to. No one's
straight
in
up.
the dark.
Brainwashing.
That's the way it works.
Say,
That's the way it works.
you know what I love about that too, man? And my wife went, you love? What do you mean you love? But no, it really lets them, it puts other people in control of their decision.
Right.
I think it's so wild from Big Boy's perspective. And listen, I would love to have a conversation with Big Boy. He sent me a DM one time after I reacted to that Tyrese video. If you remember that Tyrese video, I reacted to the Tyrese video. He was on Big Boy, and then Big Boy DM'd me. And then I responded, but then he never replied. I would love to have a conversation with him though, because I just think it's so wild and so crazy how people in these positions of influence in media, they just allow individuals to come on their platform and just say anything and whatever that they're into. And they're just so approving of it. And they find ways to justify it. Like, no. This is crazy behavior. It is. This lacks self-control. It does. Like, NEYO, brother, we got to figure out, like, where is this coming from? What is the root of this? Because obviously this is a problem. You've identified this yourself. You've said it. You've said that you have an issue just based on what you're explaining. You've admitted that you have an issue with lust, that you're struggling with this. And like, bro, I'm sure there's an insane amount of temptation that is being thrown your way. And I'm sure it's been like that for a very long time since you've been in the industry. But the solution is not to submit to the problem. You know what I'm saying? You're submitting to the sin. The sin is the problem. You're submitting to the sin. Submit to God. Submit to God. But I'm too preachy. I'm too preachy. They don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to hear that, Nick. Ain't nobody want to hear that. Stop preaching. Hold on, let me go to this video. 2502. 2502. Let me go to this video too. I think this is from the same day. So 2502. This is from the same day, but this is from the same day, same radio station, just a different interview. 2502.
In real life, she
Okay, here we go.
was down to bring in another guy.
She wasn't down to bringing another guy.
Wait a minute.
She said, all right, well, you so gung-ho about another girl. What if I said I wanted another dude? And I'm like, hell no. Absolutely not. No. Thank you.
Very selfish of you, man.
Very,
This side
very
of
much so.
polygamy is good. The other side, no.
Well, here's the reality of it. I do partnership, not ownership.
Sure.
You're not my property. I don't even want to own you. I want a partner in this situation. I don't demand exclusivity. I don't ask for it. Nothing like that. If you offer it and I accept, there are rules to follow. Now, on the same side of that, nothing is above a conversation as long as we're being honest. You know what I mean? Nothing is above a conversation. But again, if you offer exclusivity, meaning just me and only me, and I say, all right, you sure you understand that your exclusivity to me doesn't mean exclusivity to you? This is a decision that you're making on your own.
Your exclusivity to me does not mean my exclusivity to you. Oh my goodness. That is some high level manipulation, player. That's all I'm gonna say. That is high level. That is high. Yo. That's crazy. But I thought it was a partnership. I thought this was a partnership. So you could be with other women, but they can't be with other men. I thought this was a partnership. A partnership means there's some give, there's some take. Right? A partnership, there's an equal exchange happening here. I'm not saying it's right, obviously, but I'm just saying like the belief behind it is flawed.
If you make that decision and I say, all right, cool. Well, here's the rules that I need you to follow. And if you're cool with that, then we rock. If you're not, we don't. And no love lost. You go your way, I go mine, and it's all good.
Sounds like a partnership.
Oh. Yeah, that's it.
100%.
That's how it works.
Who reached out to you with support in this judgmental space?
You know what's crazy? It's one of those situations where men reach out in secret. They go, yeah, honey, I would never. Hey, bro, congratulations. Yeah, I would never do that, babe. Just me and you, babe. Bro, you living life. Yeah, no. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. Which I understand. You know what I'm saying? To be completely honest, I'm not tripping either way. If you with it, cool. If you're not with it, cool. Because I'm not doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for me.
Good for you.
You know, you wouldn't even have known had Shade Room not picked up on a post from one of the girls. Like I wasn't posting initially. Like because again, it's not for
living your life. It's very
for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is.
And now here we are bringing it up. Yeah, great.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind. We can talk about it because again, I have nothing to hide because I don't feel like I'm doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Does being in multiple partnerships now, I guess, give you more
Like ammo?
not ammo, but like does it help more with writing songs?
I mean, yeah. I can't write about life if I ain't living it. Absolutely.
That's a bar.
And it allows me to write from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? There's the monogamous perspective. There's a polyamorous perspective. There's a perspective of the woman who is curious, but can't get over her jealousy. Mind you, we talk about all of that. Like the only way this works is if everything is laid out on the table. There's 4 women, right? It's 4 individuals, 4 different personalities, 4 different outlooks.
You know what the problem is with mainstream media? They like to see unhealthy people being unhealthy. Because it gets clicks, it gets attention, it goes viral. You know what I'm saying? If everybody was healthy, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? If everyone was healthy, it wouldn't be as interesting from a mainstream media perspective. They like this stuff. They feed on this type of stuff. And this is what I'm saying. Instead of just being like, yo, this is kind of crazy, NEYO, do you not think this is kind of insane? Do you not think it's kind of insane? Just a little bit. Do you not think it might be just a little confusing? I'm not trying to overstep, and I'm not trying to make, statements that I know nothing about, but do you not just think in the same way, if I were to do the same thing, do you not think it would be a little confusing if I were doing the same thing for my children? Do you not think that would be just a little confusing? Do you not think that might alter their perspective and alter their worldview, for the negative? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's got to be real with them. Somebody's got to do it. Because unfortunately, Hollywood, mainstream media, these radio stations, they like that stuff. They feed it. You know what I'm saying? That's what pays the bills. And that's why this whole system, this whole environment that we live in, it's a false environment. It's built on a foundation of lies. There's no substance. It's empty. It's empty. It's literally empty. It's literally empty.
Outlooks,
a lot of
you know
energy.
what I mean? Yeah.
Because it's also an experience for people too who maybe are curious about it and just want to know about it, and they learn that through your music.
Indeed. See, people get caught up on the sexual element of it. It's more than if the only reason you're doing it is for the sexual part of it, you're bound to fail.
Well, that's an orgy. That's swinging. This is love, right?
There's something totally different. This is community. This is a team. We are partners in this situation. 4 women, 5 people, including me, 5 different incomes. You know what I'm saying? I have 7 children, but they help with the kids. My mom knows everybody, loves everybody. My sister knows everybody. The baby mamas have met them. It's a community thing,
bro. 7 children. Hey, I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of kids too. But 7 children, and then you add the baby mamas. So the fact that he said baby mamas, that's at least 2. That's at least two, right? I don't know. And then 4 girls, like, that's just a lot, brother. That's a lot, brother. That's a lot, brother. That's a lot, brother. That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's more than just an orgy every night. Mind you, it happens. Yeah. But it's not the focal point. It's not the focal point.
I'm over here trying to make it sound as normal as possible.
No, but it also does help with the village aspect. It takes a village.
It definitely does, especially with 7. And me being busy as I am, I'm rarely home. I can keep that real. And my kids, thank God bless my kids for them being understanding. If you want your Robux and your V-Bucks and them Jordans, daddy got to go to work.
Yeah.
And while daddy's at work, this one's going to cook you dinner, and this one's going to make breakfast, and it's going to get you ready for school. And,
is it confusing for your kids?
No.
Yes. But that was a very quick no. Why no?
Oh, because there's conversation, right? And there's
Kids understand what you explain.
100%.
Simple as
and
that.
what you show
They
them.
understand what you explain. If I make it confusing, then it's confusing. I mean, well, you have more than one girlfriend? Yeah. How? Very simple, son. I mean, I explained it, and they get it. They understand.
That's right. NEYO.
That's dope.
Salute,
That
man.
also just shows too, you as a father, how open your kids are to accepting that too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so understanding of it.
My kids understand that they are loved, that they are loved, that they are
At the end
cared
of the
for,
day,
and that is what matters at the end of the day. No matter how you know what I'm saying. I've embraced Monietta Shaw, for example, her new husband, Keith, who I love. I almost love him more than her. He's a great guy, great guy. And I've completely embraced him. And it's what you explain to the kids and the way that you explain it, and they accept it. As long as it's love at the end of the day, how you get there doesn't matter.
Yeah. And they see love.
Yeah.
You show them love. And that's it.
That's it.
Understand that it's love.
Energy too.
Of course, yeah.
You're comfortable. The stresses that you had previously aren't there, and they just
Man,
feel that.
absolutely.
I think at a certain age, everybody gets.
I think it just frustrates me that they're like, it frustrates me that they're building him up in this belief system. Like they're building him up in it. It's like you're getting praise for it. It's just wild. The world that we live in is crazy. I'm not trying to hate on him. Just the belief system, the spiritual element that is controlling the belief system. I don't like that because that is not of God. And the fact that they're building it up and giving him praise for it, you're further endorsing his confusion. You're further leading him away from the truth. But I'll be the judge. I'll be the judgmental one. I'll be the judgmental one. I'll be the crazy Christian. I'll be the one who's just, I'll be the hypocrite. Give it to me. Take all that. I'll take it. 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 Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they have mothers also. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I guess I'll stop gossiping for the day. I'll stop gossiping. I'll stop.